What if I told you that you're not bullish enough in the overall crypto market? Because yes, we've been going sideways exactly within this range, and I anticipated that the market is going to break out sooner. But once again guys, we can see that this is a major manipulation to drive all the weak hands out, because we can see a lot of selling pressure exactly here, but at the same time we can see a lot of buying pressure from nations, states, central banks, or even banks accumulating Bitcoin exactly here. And this is also what you should be doing. You should accumulate, and guys, remember, fear, uncertainty and doubt, this usually is the best time to invest, and patience is key. And yes, I do get the point, if you bought exactly the top on some of these altcoins and you're in a loss. But guys, if we're going to go on the monthly chart of Bitcoin, if you would have bought in this consolidation phase, and once again this boring phase exactly here, in hindsight this would have been the best opportunity to invest. And once again guys, major consolidation, major FIAT, a lot of people calling for lower numbers, but in hindsight this would have been the best opportunity to invest. And even here in this major consolidation period, this once again would have been the best area to accumulate Bitcoin before this next move. And if you're still in doubt, and if you're not bullish enough, you should accumulate exactly here. And we're going to look at the bullish signals, the buy signal when it comes to Bitcoin and also major altcoins, because I do believe that this next leg towards the upside is going to be imminent. Yes, we've been going sideways, but we're going to look at some of the catalysts and also why you are front running major nations. Yes, you have the opportunity to buy Bitcoin before major nations like the United States, or even states, or even central banks are going to accumulate Bitcoin. So yes, you're front running all these major nations. This is the first time when it comes to investing, and yes guys, this is extremely early. Front running means to invest before major entities are going to invest. You have the opportunity to buy crypto, and specifically Bitcoin, exactly now before major central banks, major countries, or even states are going to adopt Bitcoin. And we're going to look at all of this news, and we're also going to look at the catalyst which drove the previous bull cycle. And once again guys, a lot of people say that quantitative easing, that the government is going to print money due to the high inflation, is going to be the driving factor, which could take place around mid this year. But guys, we're seeing that the inflation has peaked, and a lot of people are turning bearish that we're only going to get quantitative easing a little bit later within this year. We're going to find out exactly what could be the major catalyst that could pump the price of Bitcoin and the overall crypto market. So if you want to find out how to be profitable during this next major leg of the bull market, make sure to be subscribed and smash up the like button. But most importantly guys, watch the video until the end, because we're going to look at some bullish news. First of all, let's go over to the daily chart of Bitcoin, because ultimately guys, we're in this accumulation phase. We can see selling pressure, yes, but we can also see a lot of buying pressure from major institutions or even corporations. And as soon as Bitcoin is going to reclaim the 13 moving average, this white line, or even the 100 moving average, exactly at the levels of 97,000 US dollars, where we got this major resistance, we could expect a major move. Once again trying to break the 100,000 US dollars. But once again guys, I do believe that this move towards the upside is going to be extremely fast, and I do believe that the altcoins are going to be the leading indicator. And we can already see that Ethereum is starting to break out exactly from this range. This is going to be an indication that the overall crypto market, especially the altcoins, are going to turn around, and we're going to look at all of these factors. But before we're going to do, guys, if you want to trade all of these moves on the spot market to buy these cryptocurrencies, and keep in mind guys, I'm going to upload a dedicated video about one altcoin which I'm extremely bullish on and that I'm accumulating at the moment. So guys, make sure to watch the next video. But if you want to buy these cryptocurrencies on the spot market, or even trade them with a leverage, sign up to BloFin, where you receive a major deposit bonus and you don't need any KYC. And talking about no KYC, I have a special offer. If you're going to sign up with my exclusive link over on Phemex, you're also going to be whitelisted to trade on Phemex without KYC. So this is huge guys, and make use of this opportunity. But let's go over to the first news, because overall guys, I'm extremely bullish, and we can see on the weekly bubbles that Pyth, Casper, Near, Sui, GRT and Injective, they're still in a major profit. And a lot of people are turning bearish. Guys, you're not bullish enough, because we could expect this major leg towards the upside. Because if we're going to look at the historical chart of Bitcoin, then we can see all of these green lines. These are February 2025, February 2024, we had this bullish move towards the upside, and even the February before, we saw this bullish impulse exactly from here, and even after we've reached the previous cycle top, we saw that the market went in a bear market, and even in February, we got this bullish impulse. So overall guys, if we're going to look at the monthly returns of Bitcoin, we can see that February is extremely bullish, because if we're going to look at all of the previous Februaries, we saw this bullish market returns for Bitcoin. And yes guys, I do believe that the market is going to turn around, and once again guys, this month the candle is going to turn green. And yes, I do believe that the cycle top is going to be reached between October and November this year, and we can see that October is the second best month with a lot of bullish monthly returns. So let's go over to the first news, because yes, massive week ahead. FTX is set to unleash 16 billion in creditors repayment starting on 18th of February. This is going to be tomorrow. So all the people who lost money during the crash of FTX exactly here, where we saw this major dump towards the downside, they're going to get their money back after they thought they lost all of their investment on the platform FTX. And yes guys, if you're going to get money back that you actually lost exactly here, you're not going to sell at this pivotal point, at this major next leg towards the upside, because yes, you actually have lost this money. You're going to get the opportunity to get in exactly here after you have missed this major move towards the upside. So yes, I wouldn't sell a single cent if I'm going to get my money back that I actually lost. So I think this is going to be a major catalyst, and due to this distribution, we can see that this is injecting fresh liquidity into the market just as institutions are piling up. Yes guys, we're seeing the mass adoption when it comes to Bitcoin as a strategic reserve. The CEO from Bank of America says that the banking system will embrace Bitcoin. Are you still afraid? No, you definitely should not be afraid, because this is only going to be the beginning. And yes, we're seeing that 4 trillion JP Morgan has bought 100 million of MicroStrategy shares. They now hold 300 million worth of MicroStrategy. So yes guys, we are seeing that the first banks are accumulating Bitcoin, and not only banks, we are seeing Bhutan now owns over 1 billion worth of Bitcoin. Yes guys, this is the first nation next to El Salvador who's adopting Bitcoin, and they're just accumulating guys. So yes, you have the opportunity to invest into Bitcoin and all these major altcoins, which are going to be a major narrative when it comes to the tokenization of real world assets, or even converting traditional finance into digital currencies for the overall crypto market guys. This is just huge, and once again, you have the opportunity to front run the United States of holding Bitcoin as a strategic reserve. Because yes, a total of 32 US states have introduced a Bitcoin digital asset bill so far. More states are joining the race, and not only states, we are seeing that central banks, or even banks like JP Morgan, nations like Bhutan, El Salvador, they're accumulating Bitcoin, and this should be a major signal for you guys that you're still extremely early. And we are even hearing rumors that the Trump crypto advisor David Sachs is reportedly preparing to unveil a strategic reserve for Bitcoin and other digital assets, including Ethereum, Shitcoin, Solana, and Cardano, and much more guys. And this is only going to be the beginning, because keep in mind guys, this is a strategic reserve. They are going to accumulate exactly within this major accumulation phase where everybody is going to turn extremely bearish. They're going to sell because they maybe bought the top, and a lot of people are calling for lower numbers, maybe even due to the fact that we're not going to see quantitative easing within the next few months. But keep in mind guys, I'm going to show you a factor which could drive the price movement of all the risk on assets. And once again, this is going to catch a lot of people off guard if the price movement is going to get this major spike towards the upside, because keep in mind, all these major nations, states, banks, they need all of this selling pressure to buy the scarcest asset in the world, Bitcoin. To accumulate these huge amounts of Bitcoin, they need your Bitcoin. So if you're going to sell your crypto on the spot market to all these major institutions guys, you're going to buy it back all the way at the new all-time high. And keep in mind guys, patience is going to be key, and even if you're down on some of these altcoins, just hold on, because this move towards the upside is going to catch a lot of people off guard. And once again guys, if major institutions miss the boat, they bring the boat back or hold it at a specific level where they can accumulate, maybe for a strategic Bitcoin reserve. But wait, this gets even more bullish if we're going to look at the MVRV score. And yes, the MVRV score gives us indication and a comparison from the market cap and also the realized cap of Bitcoin. And if we're going to see that the MVRV score has a major spike like this, this means that the price movement of Bitcoin is overvalued. So we can see that Bitcoin isn't even close to being overvalued. If we're going to get this major spike towards the upside, this means that yes, we are around about a cycle top like we saw in the year 2021 and in the year 2018 after a major parabolic run towards the upside. And yes guys, I believe that this move exactly within this cycle is going to be similar to the one in the year 2018 where we're going to see a major parabolic run, because remember, all the people that faded crypto exactly here, they're not going to buy at this fearful moment where we are at the moment and where I'm going to tell you it is the best time to accumulate. They're going to buy the top, and this is going to drive the price movement of Bitcoin to these astronomical heights. If all these people are going to accumulate, nations are going to step in, because the United States has launched a strategic Bitcoin reserve. All these nations and major central banks, or even banks around the world, they're just going to FOMO into Bitcoin because they're going to have fear of missing out. And this is going to happen to all the people that are going to fade crypto exactly now, or even going to sell because they think we're close to the top. And a lot of people think that we're going to see the markets first of all cool down because we're not seeing quantitative easing. Everyone is waiting for quantitative easing to kick in before altcoin season. But here's the truth, we don't need QE. We don't need quantitative easing to see a major move in the overall crypto market, because one of the most magical altcoin season once again happened from 2017 to 2018. And yes, on this chart we can see the DXY, the dollar currency index, the dollar priced against all other currencies, and we saw it had this major dump towards the downside. And yes, if we're going to look at the dates, in the year 2025 Donald Trump became president. And 4 years before, the Biden administration became president exactly within these levels. And we also saw that the dollar dumped. And 4 years before that, in the year 2017, exactly here, Donald Trump became president for the first time. We saw that the dollar saw a major push towards the upside and then saw this major decline, which was a major altcoin season in the year 2017 and 18. So in the year 2017, this major altcoin season was driven by a weaker dollar. We saw that the dollar saw a major sharp decline, and this led to a major altcoin season because during the last bull run, exactly here, this run towards the upside was caused through quantitative easing, where we saw a lot of money printing due to the COVID crash. We saw a lot of liquidity got pushed into the market through stimulus checks and also the economy being saved with all this quantitative easing, the printing of money. But I do believe that this time we're going to see a weaker dollar, because a weaker dollar fuels risk on behavior. And guess what? Trump wants a weaker dollar, and it is already happening, because if we're going to go over to the dollar currency index, we can see that the dollar is already weakening. We had this major push, and now we saw this consolidation, and the price movement of the dollar is forming a lower high. So if we're going to see that the dollar is going to come all the way back to the psychological $100 level, we could expect that all these altcoins will be flying, and that this could be the beginning and a major catalyst for all of these altcoins to see a major push. And if we're going to see at the mid of this year, we're going to see quantitative easing, the printing of money, we can see that all of these risk on asset are going to see a major push towards the upside. And this perfectly lines up with the next leg for the overall crypto market, guys. Yes, I could expect that we're going to get this unexpected move due to the weaker dollar, and that we could expect after the next consolidation phase, maybe around about June or August, that we're going to see quantitative easing during the summer, and that this could lead to a major blow off top where the price movement of Bitcoin is going to reach 300 or even 400,000 to all this major adoption, major states, central banks, or even nations accumulating Bitcoin with a strategic Bitcoin reserve for the United States. This is going to be the next catalyst. And in hindsight, guys, yes, maybe it was painful to hold Bitcoin or any cryptocurrencies exactly within this major consolidation period, but keep in mind, guys, patience is key, because if you would have bought Bitcoin in this major sideways consolidation during the previous bull cycle and this major dump during COVID, Guys, the only thing that you had to do is hold on, because if you would have sold exactly here, this was a fast move. You couldn't have catched the bottom, the price movement recovered, and we saw this last leg of the bull market. And believe me, you're still extremely early when it comes to accumulating all of these altcoins, because yes, you're still getting a major discount to buy all of these altcoins before we're going to finally see that we're going to start this parabolic run and the major Bitcoin adoption, or even the strategic reserve, and not only for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, Solana, and also Cardano. And this is going to push the price movement on all of these altcoins to astronomical heights, guys. And if you want to buy an altcoin which is going to make it easy 10x, and you're buying the exact bottom at this newly launched coin, you need to watch the video which I'm going to upload in a few hours. But most importantly, guys, if you want to trade all of these moves, make sure to be my free signal group where I post all of my signal trades, because we opened this trade on Ethereum, and yes, we've been moving sideways, but finally we're in profit, and we're also in a major trade on Solana, Jupiter, and also Bitcoin, because ultimately, guys, I do still believe we're in this major accumulation phase, and that the next move is not going to be a dump. No, it is going to be an unexpected move towards the upside. So if you always want to stay one step ahead, make sure to be subscribed, smash up the like button, but most importantly, guys, don't miss the upcoming video, because this is really going to be fundamental. You're going to buy a coin which is easily going to 10x within this next leg towards the upside, and keep in mind, guys, patience is key. Hold on, accumulate exactly now, before we're going to start with this major run, where all these major nations, central banks, and also states are going to accumulate Bitcoin, and you still have the opportunity to buy Bitcoin and all of these altcoins before major nations, major central banks, or even states are going to accumulate Bitcoin. But most importantly, guys, hold on to your crypto, accumulate, and be for crypto, and we see each other in the next video.